And here we go. We can see it is, as you said, Tal'Darim altar down in the bottom right. Mal's MaNa. And his opponent ViBe spawned up in the top right. So kind of close-ish position. Not a bad position for a Colossus push.
Not at all. Unfortunately for MaNa, he's going to scout the wrong direction, so he's probably going to send another probe. When he gets the Forge over here, then he's probably going to send a probe over here as well, because he wants to make sure that he's not getting 6-boot, even though ViBe doesn't strike me like the guy at all who wants 6-boot.
Certainly not in Game 3. I actually expect to see more of the same out of ViBe. He's kind of adopted a Stefano style.
But yeah, go ahead, sir.
And while I was just going to say, while he doesn't necessarily do it quite as well as Stefano does, he looks really strong.
I'm super impressed, man. And you know that I don't often like hype stuff if I don't like. I'm actually hyped about it, but I think ViBe played so extremely well in both of these games. Actually, as I said, the only thing that I think he did a little bit wrong was the Brute Lord, the ultimate army control of Zerg. He could have improved that, but the final time he did it so well with those spine crawlers below it, with those roaches, and then you see if MaNa makes a blink like this, that is actually very, very risky. This is a little bit risky, because if MaNa sends this probe right now, he's not doing it. ViBe is getting fortunate here in my opinion, because if MaNa sends this probe up with a 15 Forge and it's gonna be there, he's gonna cannon rush, and ViBe is gonna lose that hatch. Unless he has like the best cannon rush defense ever, but he's gonna pull 12 drones then.
Yeah, it's hard to defend cannon rush with hatch first. Nobody knows better than Rotti.
Yes, no, mine are pretty solid, man.
But I mean, it's widely regarded amongst a lot of pro players. I think Todd's another guy that does it. If he sees a hatch first, he'll just cannon it.
Yeah, you should. There's no reason not to.
So, but looks like ViBe's going to get away with it. So we'll see maybe even bigger macro ViBe than what we've seen in the last 2 games. I want to remind everybody, please, to tune in this Sunday, not this Sunday, next Sunday for our first ever Sunday Showdown. That is the Show Match Series, sponsored by the NASL. We're going to fly in players from all around the world every Sunday, starting on the 22nd, for what is essentially a $2,000 show match. $500 to each player for being there, and then an extra $1,000 to the winner. The first one will be Todd versus Sin, and that's going to be open to everybody. Anybody can tune in. But after that, it's subscribers only, which means you guys need to go buy those HD tickets right now so that you guys can catch Todd versus Sin and some of the other sick matches we have coming up. And guys, these are matches that everybody wants to see.
Exactly. We're not going to fly out to no-names. Obviously, we're going to try to get matches as good as possible. Sometimes it's going to be tough because there might be other tournaments going on, but in general, you can really, really expect absolute top-notch matches. Matches that you want to see, matches that are hyped. And I'm really hyped about this, man. 9 weeks on the road, we're going to fly in 2 players. That's so cool. We're going to have so much fun. We're going to meet so many people.
Chance versus Misha? The esport, not the esports.
I think it's Miska.
Miska? The talking husky?
Yeah, yeah. Husky. Anyways, focusing on the game right now, we see everything turn off so far. What I want to say in the start of the game, by the way, Ben, you said like I think we're going to see more of the same.
ViBe gets just laying down into MaNa's base, Kev, which is not a huge deal this early on, but he sees double gas. He sees no gases in the net. Well, I mean, it's a little early for that yet, but still, that Ling's going to be a powerful scout, and until MaNa gets a Stalker out, he's not going to be able to do anything about it.
There is a Zergling in my base.
How did it get there? How did that Zergling get there? Like, seriously.
I do not understand.
The cannon has no kill. How did that Zergling get there? I guess the cannon was just late.
Yeah, like that's what I was wondering. I selected the cannon too. Like, actually, I really have a white drum moment right now. Like, I do not understand.
This makes no sense.
There's a cannon with no kills, and there's only one Zergling.
Yeah, working on a probe. Not going to get a kill because MaNa's too good for that. But
anyway, Ben, what I want to say is that you said that ViBe's probably going to do more of the same, which is definitely possible. And so far, it seems like MaNa wants to do more of the same. He's getting +1 again. But on this map, it's not as easy for ViBe to take 3 bases. We can see that hatch is like a full 2 minutes later than it normally is. And that makes a really, really big difference.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do agree.
To some degree.
Well, I'm just a little bit curious about what ViBe has done here. He's taken 1 gas, he hasn't mined from it at all, and I wonder if it was to mind game MaNa.
Crouching probe, hidden pylon.
But no, MaNa hasn't scouted that at all.
Have you seen that movie, man?
It's one of my favorites where the hidden pylon goes down and then the Zerg player loses. Actually, no, it's a tragedy. It's very sad, heart-wrenching.
No, it's an action movie where the good guys win.
Oh man. Well, I guess technically, if it was good guys and bad guys, Zerg would probably be the evil race. It's like Alien Invaders or whatever. Space Invaders? Yeah, Space Invaders? That's the name of the movie, right?
I wonder if ViBe will definitely see it right now. That blue dot is moving. So MaNa's going to drop the first spiners. Warp gates, yep, are pretty much...
Hidden pylon does go down.
But warp gates are ready. ViBe actually doesn't have units on the map. And the roach one is pretty late as well. I think ViBe might end up losing this hatch over here, man.
How did this probe go unseen? There was an Overlord right there, and
I think he saw it, but he barely has anything on the map. He has 4 Zerglings on the map.
And he's not building any units. He's building 6 drones. Oh my gosh, this is actually really bad.
So he did not see the blue dot on the minimap.
The pale blue dot.
Take a look, ViBe first person right now. This is the first time he's actually going to see these units storming in. That is 6 Zealots, and if I were MaNa right now, I would just keep wiping in Stalkers. That's exactly what he does, and he might actually be able to take, maybe not the game, but do so much damage.
Win for MaNa. I don't really think that he's going to kill the base for free. Probably not going to do much more. Wow, this is Zealot in the natural too. Not got any kills yet because he's working on the Queen, but that could have been pretty devastating. ViBe pulls some drones and deals with it before he loses anything.
I love this. MaNa is just continuing and realizing that ViBe is very, very underprepared. The first roaches are about to spawn. 5 roaches might be enough, but Zealots do tank a lot of damage. MaNa should just wait a little bit.
Send the Zealots to the main. Send the Zealots to the main. No, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to chase and fight. Roach is going to back into a corner. 14 Lings are about to spawn. Nice positioning. Beautiful transfusion there. Zealots are getting in on that action, but well, I think this is a pretty good defense by ViBe, quite frankly.
Yeah, so far so good. And now these Zerglings spawn, but more Stalkers being as well, even though he gets his surround up, so these 2 Stalkers will fall. Picking up Stalkers is always a really, really big deal when you're defending. And with 32 more Lings in the way, he should be fine. Then again, maybe MaNa already did enough damage.
Well, I think he's going to continue with the aggression. He's got that pylon right on the edge of ViBe's creep. He's got +1, so Zerglings are going to be mediocre at best against this army. Oh, actually no. I guess MaNa's going to leave. Yeah, which also makes sense. He's done good damage. Uh-oh. Those are speedlings.
He's going to be in a lot of trouble. You might actually end up losing all of these Stalkers because Blink is not ready yet. It's going to take 60 more seconds. Really good job by ViBe realizing that he could probably take all these Stalkers out with those speedlings.
And all of a sudden, that was better for the Zerg player than it was for MaNa.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm
Why?
certain.
47 probes against 43 drones, 2 base against 2 base?
Yeah, but I mean...
Yeah, 3 hatch. Oh, a lot of Zerglings try to run by.
I mean, units lost favors Zerg a little bit. Yeah. And now MaNa, you know, he's kind of stuck on 2 base. ViBe's thrown down. Oh, he had thrown down a Spire. He canceled and put down an Infestation Pit. Interesting.
Ah, that is interesting.
I would have liked the Mutaplay. I think the Mutaplay would have locked it up.
But maybe because he saw the Stalkers already, and maybe he doesn't like Mutas that much against Blink Stalkers. Yeah. Which it might be.
He just killed so many Stalkers, though. I think Muta would have made perfect sense. But either way, ViBe feels like Infestor's the better choice now. And still, Roach Infestor could be very good.
Yeah, The good thing is, by all this aggression of MaNa, that there's barely any creep threat as well. So if MaNa goes for another 2-base push, he doesn't have to worry about creep threat like being past the Cell 9 Watchtower or something silly like that.
Tal'Darim also already a tough map to spread creep on. 3rd base is down for MaNa. Got scouted by ViBe though, so maybe that'll cue some sort of reaction. He does make 9 roaches upon seeing it.
ViBe still doesn't know where that first pylon is.
9 roaches and 10 drones following it. ViBe really does things in a weird order. He's like units and drones, units and drones. Whereas other Zerg players, I guess. Other Zerg players are a little more famous, often just go drones and then units.
Yeah, but he did that on Antigua. I think this map he was just like he had to make a lot of units. On Antigua he barely made anything. He went up to 92 drones.
Yeah, but he also saw a third Nexus off of like 2 Stalkers.
But that's what he sees now as well. So I think he's just playing safe. I kind of like how he's playing.
War Prism on the way for MaNa. That's kind of a cute choice. We'll see if he's able to get anything done with it.
He's gonna have to get something done with it. More and more drones on the way right now for ViBe. 14 actually.
Man, I think this looks really bad for MaNa. I mean, his worker count's okay. He is securing this 3rd. If the 3rd comes up uncontested, then things will start to pick up for him. But ViBe's taking his 3rd. He's going to get harassed by some Zealots once again.
These Zealots won't be able to kill it, but maybe he will be able to force something over here. But I don't think that's going to work.
Too many units in position. ViBe's still making drones.
I didn't like this sacrifice from MaNa.
Yeah.
I think right now minerals are actually very important. And you cannot just sacrifice 6 Zealots for pretty much nothing besides a little bit of a scout.
Send 1 Zealot to see, what's going on at 3rd base.
I agree.
But that was costly. That was the price of a Nexus.
Maybe he's worried that he couldn't keep this base alive, so he just wanted to force ViBe to be out of position. Maybe that's the reason why he did it. So he's like, okay, for 500 minerals, I'm gonna have more time to secure my base, but it wasn't actually necessary.
Moving out on the map with these Stalkers once again, man. MaNa really playing with fire.
He does have an observer.
Yeah, I suppose.
Thermal lens, extended thermal lens on the way, +3 on the way as well. Like what I can see work in MaNa's favor is that he gets like 2-3 Colossus or maybe even 4, and then makes a push. And if ViBe is sort of maxed out on a Roach something Infestor army, then it actually could turn out really, really ugly for ViBe, because not having Corruptus against Colossus can just be a real problem.
I actually really like that MaNa's going Colossus, because I mean, in the last game, he stayed on Stalker the whole time. Had some issues dealing with the army of ViBe. This time he's going to have the Colossi in the mix. But I just still look at ViBe's economy, man.
Yeah,
4 base,
right.
90 drones.
Yeah, you were really right. Like after that, 47, 43 looks good for MaNa, but if Zerg has a macro hedge, it's kind of like Zerg has mules too. You know, that's how it kind of is. And the Protoss just his economy is climbing steady, while Zerg just goes out of control.
Yeah.
If they can actually go out of control. And that is exactly what happened. And suddenly MaNa finds himself 65 supply down, despite leaving that attack with more workers and an even amount of bases.
If you like when he lost those units, he lost his ability to dictate any of the game. It became ViBe's game to dictate, and that's what's so important. Controlling the pacing is really it's necessary, especially for Protoss.
ViBe getting a Hive now as well, and the Spire is almost done, so he could potentially start sacrificing a few units.
I
as
think
long
that's
as he does
exactly
something.
what he should do, man. He's got money to spare. Warp Prism going to make its way into the third expansion. Promoting a couple of Zealots. Does ViBe have anything there to deal with it? Not
Barely anything. Might want to wipe in. He's going to wipe in units in the main base instead. And ViBe is so out of control. I'm not sure if I like this by ViBe right now. He might actually end up losing a ton of units, which he maybe can afford, but still, this could turn out ugly as well.
Nice multi-pronged aggression by MaNa, warping in the main base.
A lot of sentries over here, man. I don't know if this is a good
the
idea.
attack. Good force fields, and ViBe's going to be forced to disengage there. MaNa, you know, this Zealot harass is doing a lot. Oh my God! If he kills the Hive,
yeah.
Drones are going to be pulled, and oh my God, the Hive's going to die. There's no way. There's
I think so as well. There's no transfuse. There are no queens. The roaches start streaming in right now, but these Zealots have so much DPS.
No brood lords, so and that's a huge win for MaNa, picking off that Hive.
But like I sort of saw this coming. I really thought that ViBe moving out of this with his entire army wasn't a good idea, because he wasn't going to win the game, and just completely ignoring something like that. As I said, 3 Zealots is not a big deal, but it can go out of control.
It becomes 8 Zealots, and then it becomes
a big problem.
Yeah, a huge problem. There's no layer anywhere. That's going to delay the brood lords infinitely. MaNa's going to easily be able to max now.
I mean, ViBe is of course not out of this, and like the opposite is true. He still has more supply. He has 4,500 minerals saved up, so he's still in a good position.
He's still even ahead. Because MaNa still has to deal with the old issue of where the hell does he take a 4th base, which is just kind of that's Tal'Darim altered for him.
Good old question on
easy
Tal'Darim.
3, not so easy to get 4.
And I love this, by the way, that ViBe has a couple of Zerglings on patrol, so he doesn't have to scout it all the time. He's safe. He knows no Ninja Nexus can go up. Small things like that, man, but they matter so extremely much.
MaNa is going to take a Nexus down at 6 o'clock, Kev. We can see it queued up right there, and that Stalker.
I don't think ViBe can do much about it right now. Nice offensive blink here by MaNa, has those +3 Stalkers. And ooh, it's starting to get scarier and scarier though, because as I said,
these spines are never going to well, no, MaNa stopped. Big warp in once again in the main base. More great Zealot harassing at the same time. MaNa moving across the center, Kev. It's going to pull the entire army out, and look what he's going to find.
And he's going to take out the
Spire goes down, and look at this, 16 building spine crawlers. How about 0 building spine crawlers? ViBe, I mean, he can afford to lose that kind of money.
Now actually MaNa could force field this ramp up as well. It's going to be, yeah, this is exactly what he does. Smart move. It's going to be annoying for ViBe to really get in a good position again. He's going to lose his creep.
Making all the right moves, using that Warp Prism. Really, that Warp Prism worth so much more than, how much does it cost? 200 minerals?
Yes.
It is paid for itself in dividends.
Does he have the Warp Prism speed up? I don't even think he has it, right?
I'm pretty sure he
does.
just did, yeah. I kind of question MaNa's choice not to go deny that 4th base.
I agree.
But he is going to back off, secure a 4th of his own. Which you know, there's justification in that. So
he just, I guess he wants to get better upgrades. He's getting +2 armor right now as well. Yeah. He has to worry a bit about his 4th base. Now he's getting the cannons that he needs, maybe after he has those cannons. I like this, by the way. MaNa often does this, huh? 4 Stalkers somewhere on the map picking up a hedge.
Yep.
Interesting.
And they can blink down to the low ground. Wow, the spine crawlers there.
Like, blink. This is like a Mortal Kombat. You know, like when you kick someone off the plateau, that they fell on the spikes.
Finish him.
Yeah. And then you threw him down, and it's like these Stalkers, like, ah, and then here, like.
That's the Stalkers like, my job's man. This job sucks.
It sucks. Thought he loved me. Send me on a special.
Right now, MaNa is pushing up into the natural of ViBe. ViBe's a little bit out of position.
But only 3 Corruptors. This is really like, if MaNa makes good force fields, he could win the game right now.
Yeah, this is that sweet spot position we talked about at the beginning of the game. Colossus push so good in these positions. Infestors do not want to walk forward into that.
Now 7 more Corruptors on the way. I actually think it was only good for ViBe to lose a couple of units over there, and those roaches on the left top. Because he needs way more Corruptors. If he flies in with 15 Corruptors, it's actually a very winnable fight. Because Fongo is very good against his army too. But he needs the DPS of those Corruptors.
Yeah, now MaNa got to make his way up into that 4th base. Start working on these spine crawlers. Going to kill a couple corporals as they spawn. ViBe has not made the choice to defend this. He's going to counterattack with a lot of roaches, and I don't think that's the right choice.
Yeah, because I think MaNa's just going to ignore those roaches.
MaNa's like, okay, well, I've definitely got the better army now.
Yeah.
I'll just race with you, and I'll win that race.
And then eventually I'm going to be able to take out your roaches. Then again, ViBe actually might be able to take out all the production. MaNa's just going to completely retreat, which I don't think is the worst idea either.
Okay, well, it'll definitely mean he kills all these roaches.
Yeah.
How much is he going to lose in the process, though?
Not that much.
We'll see. He's definitely going to lose some pylons, probably going to lose a handful of probes, might even lose a nexus, but he is quickly getting back here. He's got a lot of stalkers in room, 36 stalkers.
26 drones only left for Ghost of ViBe, so imagine his army. He has 161 army supply right now.
160 supply army is massive. His money is really, like, he's running out, though, which is actually really bad for him. He's going to be able to rebuild these roaches, but then what? Really?
And then they're gonna have a sick fight.
Yeah, then they're gonna have a sick fight. But oh, thermal land?
No, it's the observer speed. It's actually pretty smart because he knows he's probably gonna have to deal with burrows. Certainly, if this turns into a base race, which is not yet because MaNa still has a mining race.
So ViBe dipping all the way to 120 supply.
But army supply, okay, he's still quite a bit down.
Makes 8 broods, but Kev, he's broke. He's not gonna be able to max out again.
Broke, ViBe broke. He ain't got it. You know?
Nope, I don't know what the hell you're trying to say.
Well, Kanye West, like his first CD, college dropout. He's like, we've got an imposter among us. Someone pretending to be broke. It's good.
I'm face palming right now, internet.
Oh, some people out there have listened to the same CD as I have. Good.
Man, I'm sad because ViBe played a great game, but he made a couple of decisions that have put him in a very tough spot. He's got Broodlords out. He's got Infestors popping. 17 Broodlords. Ooh, okay.
No, Ben, it's not
okay.
that.
17 Broodlords, and it's going to be 13 Infestors. If there's an army to win with,
oh,
that's
nice fungals.
Beautiful
this actually might be it.
Oh my God, MaNa getting caught. I guess he was on move command or something. Those stalkers getting absolute. Oh, feedbacks, but there's not going to be enough.
Broodlords are so
And
protected.
ViBe is going to win. He's going to win this fight at least, forcing a huge retreat from MaNa. And another great fungal catches these 2 colossi. And just like that, at the drop of a hat, ViBe has made this very, very close. 130 supply both ways. Army supply favoring ViBe substantially.
Yeah, MaNa has quite some money though, so he can definitely get another army out. But this is such a scary army. Then again, MaNa has a Dark Shrine as well, and I would love to see him start using a little bit of DTs. How annoying would it be right now?
Roach harass down at 6 o'clock, trying to do a little work on the economy of MaNa, but Cannon's in good position.
9 Archons being wiped in. Actually, not in the best spot, Ben.
Ooh, they are dangerously far forward. Those Broodlords are so slow.
He's guiding fungals.
Look at that warp prism.
Yeah, but these Archons. Dude, Void Ray out. I think Void Ray is so smart.
Oh.
Whoa, Void Ray. If he runs out of energy and he's spawning so many
infestors. Oh, so many infestors. There's a big offensive blink. The question right now is there an... Oh, no, you don't want to move those Broodlords. They have to be fighting. Archons and Stalkers working very well together. Another great blink by MaNa. And it's looking close. Transfusion's going to go down as well, but it's not going to be enough. MaNa going to crush through the army of ViBe. What a series this has been. GG out of ViBe and MaNa. It was closer than I thought it was going to be, but MaNa takes it anyway.
Super, super close series.
Score.
Really, really exciting series. I think both these guys played so well. And there was like no better game ever to describe how important engagements are. You see this one fight where MaNa probably even has a better army than he had right now, and ViBe wins it because he gets those fungals off straight away. And now actually, like in the bottom of the fight, there's not
a fun camera shot.
Yeah, there's not like a. You guys.
Hey guys.
I've got a very important point to make. I played this game.
But look, I get to be in the picture.
Yeah.
It doesn't look,
it's okay, man.
They normally crop me out of it when Roddy talks.
No. And we can switch back to camera 1. I think it's more comfortable. There you go. But I mean, really, like when there's not a single broodling on the ground, and then the stalkers blink in, and there's no roach support, you can see it's suddenly so much easier to take out those broodlords as it was. But what a great series by ViBe! I really want to give ViBe as many props as possible because I was really blown away by his play, and I actually kind of expected a one-sided series. But hey, that's why I moved to USA. I want to learn more about these guys that I don't know that much about, and ViBe just really, really impressed me. Great
showing from ViBe. I think that's really promising for his future this season in the NASL. MaNa takes the $150, but ViBe looks strong, and when I look at the other people in the group, I'm like, wow, if ViBe plays like that, he could beat anybody in it. Really. Really. I think MaNa's a favorite in this group.
He is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Well, there's Huck as well, but yeah, if you
Huck
play
and
like
Gonzi and Sin, it's a strong group. But I mean, MaNa is a strong player. So either way,
maybe we should take it one step at a time. Let's not put too much pressure on ViBe, but really, he played fantastic.
That game was brought to you guys by GameMinder, the smartphone app that allows you to set reminders and check out cool things like video game releases and NASL broadcasts. Go Google GameMinder because they deserve it.
All right, man.